Welcome, my folks. What's good? My family on FB, Chaz Brazy here with Icon, and we are live on this beautiful Saturday afternoon. Super excited to have you guys with me today on this particular call because you guys know there's a puppy messing with me right now. As you guys know, on Saturdays and all my calls, basically, I want to give you guys a little bit of insight on levels of business, okay? And levels of business can be all aspects. In this case, we're going to touch on our health, okay? Because this is super important. Our health is like the number one thing we need to make sure that we have intact and we have control over. It's the number one thing because it's our own body. And before we even get started, guys, go ahead and subscribe to the channel so you can get some more insights on today's call and more future calls that are coming, all right? Because we're touching all bases. Today, man, I'm just super excited to have my special guest on. Hey, go lay down, Callie. This puppy want to mess with me right now. Out of all times. All right. Puppy wants to be on the live as well, so we're just going to have her here. But for you guys today, make sure you guys subscribe so we can all stay intact. Family Squad, we're in iTraders community today, and I'm just super excited to have my special guest on. You guys don't know who it is, and keep it that way because when this guy comes on, you're definitely gonna know who this man is when you're done with this call. All right. So first and foremost, I want to tell you guys that this particular subject today is really close to home for me. And what I mean by that is that in our today's world, in my world, health is the number one source of how I can live for the next day. But a lot of people take advantage of that and don't really necessarily think of the daily things that they're doing to help their health consistently be where they want it to be. They believe that, going out every Friday night and turning up and getting lit is the key to having a healthy life. Okay, what most people don't think that, but at the end of the day, that's what most people are doing. And when we go shopping, we think of what kind of beverages can I enjoy, throughout the day, such as maybe beer or maybe such as Gatorade or even like apple juice. Like certain even sodas like ginger ale that I love to drink can sometimes hinder you on the amount of that you use. Too much of anything is actually too bad. I hope you guys know that. And within this particular product, too much of this will definitely take away some years from your life or just in a sense showing you a different way of how to stay healthy on a day-to-day basis and starting your day off with simple a glass of water. So before I even give you guys the nitty-gritty of today's call, my guy actually, his name is Horatius and he's in the live. We're gonna add him to the screen. We're gonna add him here. My guy, what's good? Add him here now. What's going on? Oh, you're muted, my man. You're muted.
Oh, there we go. There we go.
Hey,
Hey, how are you?
good. How are you, man?
I'm fantastic. Enjoying the Saturday. Great day. Got the water chilling.
Got the water all day. And it's too much hype going on within this water, within our station. And I just felt like the people needed to see this. And to be the first to tell my folks that sometimes, those diets may not be the problem. It might be what you're consuming as liquids, And a lot of people don't even know that water can literally cure your body, like from anything. So, but before we even go into details about the water, I want to get to know you, my man, Horatius, who a lot of people don't know who you are. I was fortunate enough to know you at a retreat I actually met you at. And I just want to get a little insight and get the people to know you a little bit more. Where's Horatius from? How did you get in the sanction? And, give me a little insight on you, man.
All right. Hey, hello, everyone. How you doing? My name's Horatius Ebenezer Kubo. I hail from the continent of Africa in Uganda. I grew up in Canada. which is where I had my formative years. I went to school in Toronto. Then I was lucky enough to come down to Texas for a year of finishing school, and then I ended up back in Canada in a place called Vancouver, West Coast. So I've been there for the last 10 years. I've had the opportunity to see my sales journey kind of flourish. I went into the world of banking. I was there for several years, and then private equity, and then from private equity, I found what I'm doing now, which is sharing true health and true wealth with people, creating societal impact.
Yes, true health, true wealth. I love that so much. And my guy coming from Canada, boy, people wishing they could go to Canada right now. So that's awesome, and your journey probably definitely got you here. In this section, like I don't understand, like sometimes how we go through certain things and we have to go through certain places to get where we are today. And I understand that fully now, and I'm super grateful to know someone like you, and and show me the way that you do your business and things, right?
So you know,
I want to know, like, how in the world, how did you even end up knowing about, we're on basis about ENAGIC, guys, if you don't know, and that's the company that is in the water machines that we're going to go into detail about. And I want to know, like, how did you even find out about ENAGIC? Like, what is ENAGIC?
it's a great question. ENAGIC is a 47-year-old company from Japan, and basically what it is an OEM manufacturer, meaning that they create every piece of the machine in the same factory. They have the highest quality controls, so that's what gives us kind of like the gold seal of approval from the Water Quality Association of the world. And what's truly powerful about ENAGIC is that they found what they're good at, they've honed in on it, and for the last 47 years they've been given their mission to the world, helping people all over the world. We're in over, we have 29 headquarters across the globe, 82 countries around the world, and growing. Right. So what I love about it is that we've been able to help sports teams such as the Patriots or, the Seahawks, the Miami Heat, the Lakers, right? And then individuals like us, been able to get the quality of the water. So how I met the water was simply I was in banking, working 60-hour work weeks, going up the corporate ladder, helping lower income families get to middle class status, and middle class status getting to that upper echelon of upper middle class. And so I was doing that and teaching people, but I was working like literally 60 hours a week. And, at that time I had two young children, and I hated the fact that I had to kiss them in the morning and then tuck them in at night and didn't get to see them all throughout the day. So it was just like, well, what was the point of having kids if you don't get to actually be a dad? If you're just focused on the providing side. And unfortunately, my son is on the spectrum for autism. And, one of the foremost leaders, Dr. Corinne Allen out of Manhattan, it was very hard for us to go and see her to get the sessions. At that point, my son would have been 3. Just like all this work, no way we're going to get the whole family up, to New York, do that $10,000 session. But I could afford one of the things that she uses in her treatment, which is Kangen water, because its effects on the brain. And at that time, the science was around, the problem being brain health instead of gut health, where they think it is now. So autism, like I said, is an issue that plagues a lot of people, a lot of families, and so everyone's looking for a solution. And so at that point, I just I wanted to do anything I possibly could to help my son. And so I got the machine at home, starts drinking the water, has a literal day and night change. He went from rambunctious, couldn't sit down over too much energy, jumping, flailing, flapping, and all that, to a calm, collected. He's now in grade 5. They told me he was never going to be able to go to school because of his inability to sit for long periods of time. Well, he's in grade 5 and he's kicking butt and taking names. You know what I mean? And so, we had tried diets. We had tried, making sure that he was, not getting any gluten. Everything that they put out, we tried it. You know what I mean? Went to naturopaths, did everything. But the only thing that really had a marked change on his life was the water. And it's so funny because ENAGIC's tagline is "Change your water, change your life," and it literally changed my son's life. So I was very excited about the water, and I began telling other friends and family that had the same situation as I about the water. And in doing so, I found out that there was a whole business model attached to the water. And then that's kind of like made me have a light bulb go off, and it helped me be able to make a change, be able to get my time back. Within 4 months, I had retired myself from my old job, and I was focused solely on sharing this water with people. And then within 6 months, I had actually retired at 35. And so for the last 2 years, I've just been kind of like raising the kids and talking to other families, sharing the water with them, traveling the world, talking to people about, changing the quality of their water. So, the water has been a great benefit to my life, because not only has it kept me healthy and whole, the children healthy and whole, but it's given me the opportunity to help other families across the globe.
Facts. That's beautiful, and definitely see the benefits of how this water can not only just health, but mentality, the way you live your life on a day-to-day basis, and that's true growth, and how seeing how it can create a behavior change, like that's incredible. And to really see that not only can you change your life, but you can get paid by doing it. And in this particular business, if you guys want to know the details to that, you got to talk this one-on-one, man, because it blows my mind, and how beneficial this could really be for a person if they really want to create a business out of it. And to speak on that though, to be honest, like, have you noticed a lot of changes in people that you share this information with? Like, how did this really like impact some people, as far as like not just only drinking the water, but the business aspect of it too? Like, has you seen, how does that really change in one's life?
Well, it's a great question. One of the reasons why I focus so heavily on sharing the water is because, being a young father, it was always, kind of like a pressure to make sure that, you had the house taken care of, people, making sure that everything was provided for. And that's why I took a job in banking, because it was secure at the time. And, that was before the crisis and all that stuff, right? And I just thought like, this was it. This was the way that I'm going to be able to always sustain and take care of my family, right? But we live in Vancouver, which is one of the most expensive places in the world to live. And so just found like I was having to work more and more and more and more just to keep up, you know what I mean? And as the family continued to grow, it was, kind of like, oh, we got to find another source of income, right? So, at the time, my wife went and she began to work as well. So now it's no longer just my income, it's her income, and we're still trying to make ends meet. And that's why I say the water really truly changed my life, was because after finding out about how they, kind of like reward people for sharing the water, having a referral bonus system that says, when you get the machine, it's going to sit on your countertop, you're going to drink the water. There's over 150 different uses for the water. So now you have a really, truly green home environment. But at the same time, you're able to, change your financial life, in the sense of like, as you share this water with people. And for me, it was never about the money. It was about the fact of what it had done for my son. I thought it could do for other people. So the more I shared it, the more my income changed. And so I was able to see that in 1 month that I was able to make 6 months worth of wages. I said, you know what? I should probably focus on this, because now I got my time back. Because I was doing this part-time, like most people do. You know what I mean? You always have a part-time business, and then you have your regular job. So for me, once I said, you know what, let me really put my attention to this. Like I said, within 4 months, I had already retired myself from my position. In 6 months, I had already, finished working. So now I work when I want to work. People invite me across the world to talk and share. It's like 20 hours a month that I'm working, and it's able to sustain the family, right? And so for me, how it changes one's life is that as you drink the water and as you share the water with other people, Mr. Shiro, his mission was true health, true wealth, and societal impact. And I aligned with that because health was super important to me. But more importantly, now I can set families free, right? In the sense that if you get to what is called the 3A position, which is, the third commission rank in the company, you're earning about $1,000 every single time someone gets a machine. And that's a game changer, because a family invites 3 people to the call. They make a decision for their health. And now you have extra income coming in. Now you don't have to sell the cat to get the kid braces. It's like, it's super important to me to be able to make sure that people aren't finding lower finances when we can just help more people and also create wealth, right, at the same time.
Exactly. And that's the beautiful part about anything that, we do as far as marketing businesses and things of that nature is that what is the real benefit are you getting out of this? And the benefit is that you're actually really their health. And for me being a trainer and whoever's out there that's a trainer as well, adding this addition to your portfolio, be like, I can help you work out, but I can also show you how to drink a little bit more different water types. And a lot of people don't ask that question, what type of water do you drink? You're like, water bottle. Like I don't know. Like people really like I've never been asked that question. And when I did ask myself that, it really woke me up on seeing what type of things am I hydrating with. And I want to know, like, what is the special, like, tips that you can say that the difference between this water, between like a core water bottle or Fiji or, a lot of the waters that we drink today, that a lot of people just think that it's just good water because, it's the name and they hear rappers talk about it, or, they just think that it looks better in this bottle than it does in this bottle. And, at the end of the day, they all plastic, and it's just like, why is these particular waters so popular other than the conjuring water? I want to know, like, what's the big difference, that makes in this person's life, so life changing.
Mm-hmm. Well, thank you for that question. So I'm going to take this as a three-parter, right? So number one, I would say that the quality of the water you drink kind of affects the quality of life that you have, right? Because when you're drinking a water that is acidic to your body, then it's not actually doing what it was supposed to do. What have we heard all our lives? The doctor says drink 8 glasses of water a day, 8 to 10, right? So imagine you're drinking 8 glasses that are laced with poison and you're drinking it. Would you say that's healthy or unhealthy? Right?
I know.
Right. So that's why most bottled water companies are changing the branding on their bottles to say things like alkaline on it, to say things like, they don't have the ingredients label anymore. They just have like a little write up quickly, and then they tell you how beautiful the pure taste of the water is, right? They're trying to mask the fact that they can't get away from the fact that this water has been sitting in that bottle for up to 8 months in a factory or a warehouse somewhere, and then it's brought onto your shelf. It sits for a few more weeks before you show up to pick it up and buy it. You put it into the fridge, you take it out, it's nice and cold, you open, you drink. That water's been in that for 9 months. Would you say that's healthy or unhealthy?
Never thought about it.
Right? So most people don't. They think like it goes right from the factory right to the shelf. You buy it. It's the freshest water you can get because it says it's fresh spring water, right? Well, the reason why fresh spring water is great is because it's fresh, right? So if it's been in there for 9 months, it's no longer fresh, right? So, it's just keeping things simple and understanding that like you're literally choosing to use something that's going to actually damage your body over time, right? So because the water is not bioavailable to the body, it cannot go into the aquaporins. That's why when you drink lots of water, you always get that bloated feeling, right? You jump up and down, you hear the water in your belly, right? Because the body can't actually use it. So then what do? You flush it out, right? And so what I need you to understand is that you can choose to drink any type of water. You can choose to try and hydrate with any type of water. But the issue is it doing what it's supposed to do, right? So that's why you see Essentia now has an alkaline water. Smart water has a 9.5 alkaline water now, right? So the science is in. Alkaline water is better for you, right? And so what the difference is between our water and anything else is that we're not using chemicals to induce that alkalinity, right? So to keep it in that bottle, they got to put preservatives in the water. They got to put, different chemicals in the water to keep that 9.5 stats, but it's impossible. And every single time I do a test, every single time there's definitely no alkalinity into the water because it's been sitting for so long. The only thing that affects water is light, movement, and air. Well, would you say that in a store there's light? Would you say that when you pick it up and put it in the counter and then put it in your bag and then drive around and hit all the potholes as you go home, would you say that's movement? And then when you open it, would you say that's air? Well, then there you go. It's no longer fresh. You understand? And so it's just logically thinking about these things will free you from, well, what's he trying to sell me? What's so special about this? Our water sits on your countertop at a push of a button. You get to change your water into 7 different types of water, right? Being able to clean with that water, being able to cook with that water, being able to drink that water, right? And what's powerful about that is as you drink this water over time, it's actually repairing the body, right? Because it's a molecular change to the water. Everybody knows the water is H2O. Our water is OH negative, right? It has an extra hydrogen molecule, which gives it the power to chase free radicals, free out the toxins out of your body, right? Flush them out and give you the ability to repair your body, right? And so that's why our water is different from any other kind of water. And we're the industry standard in the sense that we have 8 titanium plates that are double dipped in platinum. The only people that have that. There's people that have 16 and 15 plates and their machine's cheaper. Well, yeah, that's because they're using mesh plates. So they're trying to get to the same level, right, as what the Kangen 8 does, right? Because there's a 51 patents on the Kangen water machines or the Lavalux series of machines, other companies have had to find a way to get around to kind of mimic or to be able to get to close as, what we do. And problem is there's only one Ferrari. You can have Ferrari light, but it's not a Ferrari.
Exactly. That's so real, man. And that just made me a little bit more aware. I knew about the conjure water, right? Or I say conjure. That's how you say it, right?
It's Kangen water, yeah.
Everybody's like Kangen, Conga. I'm like, yeah, like Conga water.
Yeah,
But
where's the Conga line?
Conga. Oh yeah, and I've been actually really like, I watch Netflix a lot, and I was watching it was Cops in Flint, but like Flint made me think of the water again, and it just shows like how much in our even United States can have a source of not good water, and to have an option like this really opened my eyes to being grateful to having options to even have like this. And it really, I'm really appreciative for you sharing this with me. I want to know, like, how can people really find this water? Like, where can they get their own machines?
Well, what's so funny? I always start with, well, this water naturally occurs. Like, if you don't want to get our machine, it naturally occurs in 7 places in the world. So if you're going to go to Locote, Mexico, Germany, Lourdes, France, India, and live there for 6 to 8 months, you can do that. Most people do. They go there for what is called the healing water effect, right? Or you can, for zero down 125 a month, have it on the countertop, push the button, and you get to do the exact same thing. When the scientists began to study this water in 1950s, they found out that the water had 3 special properties: high alkalinity, a negative charge on the water, and the ability for the water molecules to group in smaller clusters. And so that's what gives the machine its power. That's the secret sauce, and that's what's been mimicked over time by other ionizer companies, right? And so how can you get your own machine? Well, the person that invited you to this call, or if you reach out to, Chaz, you can go ahead and find a way to get the machine, right? You just click the link, we show you how to get started, right? But more importantly, why you should get the water is because it's the only thing that you're going to be able to do to take control back. I was reading an article yesterday, and it was talking about how 38 of the 50 states have what is called chromium 6. Now, I want you to go watch a movie called Aaron Brockovich to kind of understand what chromium does to the body, right? It's an old movie. Julia Roberts is in there. It's great. It's a good Saturday watch. And just watch the effects of that one chemical, let alone the other 12 or 13 or 15 chemicals that are in your water, like barium and boron, radioactive elements, right, that are in your water that you can't filter out, and the city won't filter out. It's in the water. And so what they do, they have to put other chemicals so they can kind of try to mitigate the damage that they're doing to the body. So that, to me, says that's a very unhealthy situation. And so what this allows you to do is to be able to take control back for your life and then give yourself the ability to protect your family. And that's why it's important to be an incumbent upon me to come down to the United States like I have during a pandemic to make sure that people get an opportunity to have a higher quality of water for their lives.
Facts. Exactly. I love that, bro. And I graciously appreciate you being on here to give some folks the insight on particular water machine that I'm just so excited about on having, because I'm like, man, I'm all about health, and health is wealth, right? So it changed the whole perspective, and I greatly appreciate you. And to be honest, I wanted to ask, like, okay, here, let me, hey guys, if you have somebody, or if you want to check it out, go ahead and go here, and we're gonna have you, look at the website here. I'm gonna post it up real quick. Sorry, hold on. I wanted to show you guys the website so you guys can check it out and see how it is for you. Because at the end of the day, this is for some people that want to know how to be able to implement this water into their lifestyle, because it can change not only the presentable way of you looking, because again, it can take out ages from you. You can look younger. It's like skincare.
you, you can't just
But
tell people a whole bunch of stuff. You see this glow?
look,
I got it from water.
glow. Is it glow? Does it make it glow a little? I got a little skin glow. So if y'all looking at me, y'all might. But hey, you never know. It could change a lot of things. And you guys can go check it out on wealthywatergroup.com. Go ahead and check it out there. And my guy Horatius, where can my people find you at? You got an IG, Facebook. Where can people find you at, man?
They can find me at I am Horatius on Instagram, on Twitter, and on Facebook. It's just my name, Horatius Saladisubo.
Got you. Got you. All right, perfect, my man. Now, appreciate you being on here again. You guys, check out my man's IG. I am Horatius, and you can get some more info from him on there, as well as contacting me if you guys want to know a little bit more. Now, in the end, my man, I appreciate you being here again. Callie wants to say hello since she wants to mess with me, guys. Say hello, Callie. All right.
I got
And
you.
and she gonna be drinking the water, because dogs need help too. It's not just about us humans. You gotta take care of the others.
Yeah, well, most veterinarians use the water in their treatments for pets. So the
Oh my
6.0 beauty
God,
water.
bro, we gonna talk some more, because you already know where my mind's going. You said veterinarians. Oh, it's over now. I'm on a new wave of how to do things now, bro. So I appreciate you being on here again, man. This is Chaz Brazy. I am Icon, and we are out.